because it's not everything that needs to be monetized.
Yeah.
Like my photography skills, for example, I've tried monetizing a couple of times, but I get tired of it. Why? Because I want to do what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Because when you start monetizing things, clients start being on you for deadline,
Yeah.
you start to meet somebody's expectation.
But if I hear you correctly, what you're really saying is, yeah, some things you do for the passion, some things you do for the money.
Trust me, and also depending on your level of career, your career growth.
But have you seen any creative that is like, you know what? Generally, I don't try to make money off creativity.
It is economy.
What do you think about creators that say, oh, they just do it for passion, or I'm not here for the money, I just love creating?
I think it depends on where you are in your career, right? I personally, for example, I discovered design as, oh, I can mix something together. And I started mixing things together. I started I think I started designing when BlackBerry was raining and everybody wanted to do like PixMix. And I was looking for how to do PixMix. And I was using Nokia C1 at the time. I don't know what that was. And I went on then when you use 10 MB data for a week, you use 10 MB.
Good old days.
You use 10 MB data for a week. And I just kind of like went on, is it YouTube or Stefan.ru or something, to look at, how can I PixMix, right? And I saw a software called Photoshop. As I did, it was Photoshop 7.0. So I went to like the nearest software shop, because then you cannot download it online. You buy discs of 250 or 100 naira. Yeah. And I got my sister's laptop, plugged it in, started mixing some things around. I'm like, oh, this is great. Eventually, I read about, you can make money from it, but doesn't click on how do you make money from this? Yeah. Because I was in an environment that enables that, right? Yeah. My environment enables, be an engineer, do this and do that.
That's an African environment. Yeah, that is a very African environment.
So I think in 2013, a church approached me and they're like, we see that you can do this, and I want you to do a revival program. And they paid me for the design. I'm like, this is great. I can make money.
I have a very weird stance on this.
They paid me 18,000 naira. 18,000 naira.
Was he giving an envelope?
No.
Okay.
They paid me.
I have a guy.
They paid me 18,000 naira to print and for my design. Like I print like maybe 6 banners, and then if a feet there was like, is it 50 naira per feet that you print?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And I'm like, that's interesting. So, depending on, back to the question, depending on where you are in your career, and because it's not everything that needs to be monetized.
Yeah.
Like my photography skills, for example, I've tried monetizing a couple of times, but I get tired of it. Why? Because I want to do what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Because when you start monetizing things, clients start being on you for deadline. Yeah. You start to meet somebody's expectation.
But if I hear you correctly, what you're really saying is, yeah, some things you do for the passion, some things you do for the money.
Trust me, and also depending on your level of career, your career growth.
But have you seen any creative that is like, you know what? Generally, I don't try to make money off creativity.
It is economy.
No, but I would like to think there are people that believe like creativity is not meant to be monetized.
Yeah, if you look at the art space, for example, right? The value of art is not tied to how much I can make from it. Yeah. It's how well I can express. I can be wrong.
But there are people that are successful at it, but they are not looking at how much can be expressed.
I don't know anyone.
Yeah,
personally.
I think I know myself.
I don't know anyone personally.
How I think about it really is, I've always been the cheapest person I can afford. Yeah. So I wasn't a designer because I'm passionate about design. I don't care.
Trust me.
But I hope censor this out, please. Yeah. I care about design. But the only thing is, I only became a designer because, I need a designer. I can't afford a designer. You know that stage of the, should I say, business where...
the founder stage.
Yeah, where you have
I can do everything.
Yeah, you have to be everything. So at that stage, I had to be the designer. Yeah. Now, the goal was always to do this long enough where I can step out of it. But it's a trap.
Yeah,
Because the
trust
longer
me.
you do it, the harder it is to get someone to replace you.
Because your senses are trained. Your
Yeah.
visual senses are trained.
Yeah.
You can't just hire anybody.
Yeah. But in that context, I wouldn't say I was ever doing it for the passion.
No, you are hearing it. You're doing it to solve a problem.
Although it started off not as a monetary passion, because what led me to it was, so in my school back in the day, I went to Covenant. We didn't have phones and stuff, and I had a coursemate who was building an intranet so that we can speak to each other without the internet, so that whether if or not the internet is working, we are communicating. And I'm like, yo, we're all in 100 level. Do you have 2 heads? So I asked for tutorials. He sends me. So I asked, what are you using? And he says, Notepad. This good old days. Dreamweaver, Notepad. I said, he's in Notepad. Notepad is on my own system. No. Give me tutorials. So he gave me videos.
W3 school.
Bro, no, this was even before.
No, the early days of
old, remember?
But I mean, the early days of W3 school was in 1990.
Okay, so that era of Notepad, coding. And he sends a couple of tutorials, and then I realized that to get a home icon, I'm going to Facebook, taking a screenshot of their home icon.
Come inside.
I never thought about design. All I just knew was, he's making something we can use and communicate. So that sent me down that road where, okay, I find myself trying to create or steal icons, because all I had was sniping tool, you snipe icons. And I decided, okay, let me learn a bit of design and go back to programming. And it just happened that I never went back.
Wait, why does it sound like we have similar career path? Because originally my interest was in web design. Okay. So I started learning Dreamweaver, all these things. I realized that for it to be a good, then you use Dreamweaver, Adobe Contribute, Adobe Fireworks, Adobe Flash, so that your website can be solid on Dreamweaver.
Laughs in Webflow.
So that your website can be solid in Dreamweaver. And I realized that I need to learn color. I need to know how to use color to do Dreamweaver. I need to know how to I need to have a design sense.
They don't roll out what you need to know. It's when you get here, figure it out.
So funny. I pick up design after the whole interest. I just pick it up okay. I bought this normal Linda Sammy. I bought Linda, and the lady was just talking. She would talk, I would do. She would talk, I would do. This is more interesting. This is more visible. I can see this. I can see my progress. Okay, let's put this aside first. But later, I think 4 years down the line, I went back to HTML and CSS, JavaScript, just to understand how code works and everything. I dropped it.
So I think there's, just like you mentioned, there's also that blend between you might start off as passion and it spirals into not passion, it spirals into money. You can start off as money and you realize there's a component of it that you don't want to monetize. Just like you mentioned,
trust me,
you've monetized design, but not necessarily photography. That well. But it just hit me. We didn't particularly introduce ourselves. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Charles Ike, and I'm a co-founder at Retna. Currently, we have a goal to make African storytelling better by providing creators with stock content, images, mock-ups, videos, and the likes. By the time it does its own introduction, you will see that it sounds like we described same company with different names here. So.
Hi everyone, my name is Francis Odeyemi. I'm the founder of NinthGrid. At NinthGrid, we are an Afrocentric stock image company. Our goal is to provide Afrocentric creative assets to businesses and for your creative need as well. But we are starting with stock images at first, and we plan to expand to Afrocentric illustrations, visual effects, and anything that is black that enables your work to look good.
He clearly is a better salesman than me, but I hope you guys still check out the website.
Yes.
Just ignore my sales pitch.
And this is a collaboration between us.
I know. Anyways, so that I think one thing that this brings to the top of the conversation is, if we are creating for contributors, if we are creating for creators rather, why do we expect them to monetize? If we are saying some people don't monetize, some people do passion, are we catering to that? Are we pressuring everyone to, you have to monetize?
So the question is, are you making enough money in what you are doing? Are you making enough money
That hits me like a personal attack. That was a personal attack.
Are you making enough money, right? Because I don't know, the economy we have, I mean, the reality we have in the economy in Africa, especially in Nigeria, does not really allow you to focus on one thing, which is very sad, right? Yeah. Do you think someone that can pay for my design work, I would be here? I will not. I will not even, this NinthGrid will not have happened, really. So I think that, yes, the reality we have today, you have to make money from anything you can make money from.
Okay. Would you consider it as active money or passive money? That's
So what we've been used to in our system is sell your time, sell your time majorly.
Yeah.
But we are saying that come and make passive money.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, people will come and active earn in passive money.
Yeah, so it's just like YouTube,
and doing YouTube. After the whole stressful day with Adiola and co.
And that becomes Adiola doesn't stress me, by the way.
Really?
I know the people that stress me at your if you're watching this, you know yourself. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I think what this makes me start thinking is this means we have to be intentional as to how we are encouraging monetization, through our platforms and the likes. And for us, how we're looking to approach it is, for a start, we're looking to have, opportunities for creators to just use our platform to monetize things they do outside Retna. In which case, you're coming to Retna to just contribute to this storytelling efforts, and then, but we would have some tools that would enable you power your other aspects of creativity. So that's how we're thinking of monetization for us.
On our own hand, I mean the normal way, like submit your creative assets, and you get a cut of, or because it's subscription based.
Okay.
Submit your creative assets. Businesses will come based on the subscription plan and download those things, and you get a cut
of
and agree cut, and also. When brand reach out to us, we can pull from our pool of contributors. Whatever
we also have that
like NinthGrid Studio, where we work with top creators in that niche, the business world, and we do that as well. Those are like the major things we are looking at.
I think we have a philosophical difference in how we approach it. We're approaching from free, we're approaching from paid.
I mean, when you sign up on a platform, you get, it's like when you want to buy suya. I mean, most Nigerians can relate to that. Their booking will make sure that you think first before you buy. So that kind of thing. So you get some free assets first, and if that convinces you enough,
you can
be an
take the next step.
Payment.
Okay, I think that makes sense. For you, is there a project you would say it didn't necessarily bring financial rewards, but there was the artistic benefits too?
Yeah, so a couple, right? I volunteer a lot, right? And
I hope to be you when I grow up, to be honest.
So I volunteer a lot, even as a designer. When I was I'm still a designer now.
You're active.
Please, I'm still actively designing. But I volunteered a lot. One of the organizations I volunteered for was called Stand to End Rape, and I volunteer as part of their design team. So we worked on different designs they put out there. And when you say there's the impact of your color, text, and
you feel it a bit.
We have not been paid for it. So that, and also there was a flood case that happened in 2017, and I was part of a fellowship then, yearly, right? And the bigger harm was Mandela Washington Fellow, all these guys. And I have they reached out to me to design a couple of awareness and campaign, and I did, and I saw how people were just donating based on what I did. So I did not get paid for that project. Or for that couple of designs.
But there was some satisfaction
coming from it. And more recently, right, I started creating one of the things we used to validate, or if this will work or will not work with NinthGrid is, I was working on marketing in a campaign, and a client reached out to me that they need a particular image. I literally searched the whole web in quote. I could not find the image. And I was working from my workspace. I just saw a friend of mine in front of me. I just picked up my iPhone. I took a picture and I sent to the client. Does it work? He said it works. And I put it up. And that really make me like, okay, because before then I used to create abstract images on Unsplash. So I started creating like images, right? And within 6 months, we have like numbers like over 6 million engagements, and I wasn't get paid for it, but there's that impact. And before
I did something here.
I did something here, and literally like it was really helpful. I saw the images up and down, like people were just using it. And Mainchip reach out, they commission some images and that kind of thing. So
so I think this is what you mentioned now. Actually, is for me is one slippery slope. I think we would get into. People snapping their friends randomly. Oh, your friend now sees.
I mean, with our consent though.
Yeah, friend now sees
for data
I'm on a billboard. You know.
I have a lot of things to say of that. A couple of images are pulled down.
So I think that's one of the murky waters would get to deal with and help creators navigate that. But in general, I would like to say, I think it's almost a personality thing. Now, see the way you had a lot of examples around volunteer experience. I don't think I know I have. I would have to dust my cobwebs, When did I
volunteer for this?
Of course, there are a couple of things I've done for free, but I don't think they were done with the idea of the impact or the artistic. No, it was mostly to get into a door. So I would like to think there are
the cold water you pour.
Yeah. So I would like to think there are creators out there that everything is. Get me the bag, and I don't think it's so bad. What I just think, is we should be truthful to ourselves. If you're doing it for the money, I get there's the value you would also provide. If you are willing to just provide value and bill for it, by all means stick to that. If else, whatever you say is lamba. But I also get we're living in a storytelling world where people just want to
lamba everybody.
And I'm very curious to hear what whoever watches this, thinks, because it might just be, our experiences, and every other person is like, no, it's a mixture of both. And we are here.
True.
True. And to anyone watching this, to any creator watching this, we're hoping that what we build would help you, whether intentionally, passive, active, monetize your craft. Yeah. Thank you.